Guntram Wolff, in your latest policy paper, you're issuing a to-do list for the upcoming European president positions at the Council, the Commission, and the Parliament, taking into account that European voters have a variety of issues they're concerned about: a lack of growth in Europe, a lack of jobs. What can each of these presidents do individually and together to address those issues?
Well, look, those three presidents need to work together to influence the European Council, to influence national decision makers, but also among themselves, they have to agree to go for a new push for growth and jobs. For this, you need, on the one hand, to fix the longer-term issues for economic growth that are needed for economic growth. These are issues that have been identified already 10 years ago. Complete the single market, get better networks, increase mobility of citizens, improve the education system, fix the very deep structural problems in product markets, lack of competition, and so on. So that's the one big thing on the structural side that they have to work on. And for new jobs, you need to have demand for those new jobs, and that demand has to come at the moment also from public investment. So they need to find the right resources to create public investment, to create new jobs, to actually invest in the future, but also by investing in the future, ask for new people to work and to get new jobs.
Now, of course, leading all these policy changes will be the European Commission, which should undertake reforms itself. What challenges lie ahead for the new European Commission president?
Well, I think the European Commission needs pretty substantial reforms. It is currently perceived as bureaucratic, inefficient, and in a sense also not very democratically run. So I think the European Commission needs reform to address this perception. And one of the important things is that it needs to become leaner, smaller. Ideally, we would say there should be perhaps 12 different big portfolios on which commissioners would work, and the other commissioners should have a less prominent role.
What are some of the portfolios you think could be combined?
I think the Commission could be reorganized so that a vice president for economic growth would be responsible for the coordination of the commissioners responsible for some of the policy areas that are currently quite separately. So let's take enterprise and single market, which are two completely separately run commission directorates at the moment. They would be joined even into one directorate general, and be coordinated by a vice president.
Now, looking farther ahead, how can the next three European presidents address more long-term issues like potential treaty changes and fixing governance and the institutional setup of the monetary union, for instance?
The treaty reform could also be an opportunity to rearrange the relations between the euro area countries and the countries outside of the euro area that are in the EU, especially, of course, the United Kingdom, which has grown much more skeptical on many of the initiatives. And of course, that reflects partly the fact that monetary union means much more integration, to which the UK clearly doesn't want to belong to. At the same time, it would be a mistake to lose all the benefits that come from the strong single market. The UK is the third biggest economy of the EU, so you certainly want to keep the UK very closely attached to the single market, full part of the single market. But still there is a need to rearrange decision-making processes, protecting decision-making rights by smaller non-euro area members. And all of this could be done in a more fundamental treaty reform, which we would think should happen in the next 5 years.